and project manager fostering web talent in Europe by encouraging the use of MOOCs on web talent. She is a reviewer and scientific committee member of many international journals. She has many publications. For example, her paper titled Translanguage Practices and Metalinguistic Reflection During Meaning Negotiation in Tandem Virtual Exchanges. Her last publication is The Use of Screencasting in Corrective Feedback Research 2024. She has participation in many conferences. In September 2022, Translanguage Practices in Tandem Virtual Exchanges. Professor Laia Canals, you are warmly welcome, and the floor is yours for 15 minutes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me, Professor Yaya. And I will talk a little bit about my experiences with virtual exchanges. And I think it will tie in well with what Professor Kern just said about lingua franca exchanges, although my research is mostly focused on tandem exchanges. Okay, I hope you can see my presentation. I will move on to slideshow, and then hopefully, yeah, 1 second. All right. So mainly, like I said, Dr. Yahia said, I work at the Universitat Oberta de Catalunya. It's an open university, and it's a university where we teach languages exclusively online. So we were born an online university, and we deliver all our degrees and also our language courses online. And this is the reason why I got into language exchanges or virtual exchanges. It's because our students would need some extra practice with other students outside the university. Given that it's an online university, we also wanted to provide them with partners outside the university, because we don't meet them online. Okay, so basically, virtual exchanges is basically engaging two groups of learners in two different locations and from two different backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, I would say. And they take part in different types of activities. And these virtual exchanges, with the help of modern technologies, have been moved to the online world. Students can collaborate in a Padlet, like we've seen in the case of Professor Kern's address, or they can meet online like we are doing now and exchange informations. They can work on collaborative tasks, and that's what we are mainly doing. Virtual exchanges can take different modalities. They can be interactions in the native speaker's language and then in the non-native speaker. There can be interactions, lingua franca exchanges, where both learners don't share a first language. And there are other types of exchanges. There are exchanges in which pre-service language teachers meet with prospective volunteer students, sorry. The exchanges can also be with a whole classroom, or it can be in pairs or in groups, right? And they can be inside class, outside class, etc. All of them are better, like Professor Kern said, if they are facilitated by the teacher, if the tasks and the virtual exchange is designed around practicing certain aspects or talking about certain topics or collaborating to actually do something with the language, right? That's what you're going to see in the exchange I run. I here give a layout of the tools and the types of tasks and the skills that can be addressed or practiced during these exchanges. You will have access to the slides if you want to check them more in detail at the end. Okay, so like I said, these virtual exchanges can take different shapes and forms, but particularly in tandem virtual exchanges, it's where students can practice the second language and they can offer practice in their first language, right? And a lot of research has been done on tandem exchanges, and they have focused on interaction, on linguistic